Hi, and welcome back. Or hi, if you're new to my channel. I'm Scully. As you can see, I've had a few more upgrades on my channel recently, alongside my brand new PNG tour model I made. I'm always learning and improving to make the best experience for you guys, and for anyone who's listening to me in the background. So if you enjoy this video, consider giving it a like and sharing. I developed a strange interest in abandoned malls and all the intricacies that came with what happens after a mall in America truly shuts down forever, and is simply a time capsule graveyard for old shops or even discontinued brands you'd only remember if you're born in the 80s. Generally, it started out with watching people do urban exploring, which I used to be really invested in as a kid. But now I can see so much more behind the scenes, with all the planned graffiti that brings life to these halls of these buildings. But one thing always remained of me with these abandoned malls, and it was the eerie feeling of dread I just couldn't shake as I saw these groups of people descend upon these ruins of past thriving malls of America. The shopping centres we have here in the UK are vastly different to what resides in America, with the most notable change being the sheer size of them and spread out nature of American malls with the food courts on every corner and the novelties of possibly hundreds of shops in one location. But you'd think with the sheer volume of shops, they couldn't possibly be closed down for whatever reason, but nothing is safe from companies cutting costs. The shopping centres we have here in the UK are immensely smaller and generally have 100 shops at most in the large scale one, but they're more cramped in terms of space. And the fact that a lot of them are dependent on the city you're in, and that completely empty but still running with full power and the slight background hum of 2016 music. Sure, malls or shopping centres aren't necessarily scary alone, but when you think about the back areas of them and how deadly silent they are, or what it could be like being stuck inside of one in the dead of the night with no escape. It could be something as simple as an inhumane entity like what we saw in Kane Pixel's The Oldest View. This is personally what inspired me to invest more into the horrors that are hidden of abandoned malls, especially American ones with the multi-layered balconies where anyone could watch you without your knowledge, and what could be trapped inside any of these locked storefronts waiting for you to step across their line of sight and drag your screams through the multi-story hellscape of an abandoned mall, where truly nobody would hear your screams, and you yourself will become part of the scenery simply because your curiosity got the better of you. Dormant horror is a term I would use to describe a destination which is treated as a safe space until something is entered into the field which trips the balance of comfort to something sinister that really gets under your skin and drags the cold down your spine as you unravel more. This could be applied to anything and everything, like a building being left to rot and it eventually becoming the host of an entity that has ill intentions. But generally, the location of such is seen as a welcoming environment until the picture is changed and the atmosphere can switch so easily with a simple direction switch. Whether it's a visual change like the walls beginning to crumble after so many years of disrepair, or pristine windows of storefronts becoming smashed and glass littering the floor as a gateway, an attraction of eye contact until the dreaded first contact of the entity itself, or an indication of its presence around you in a place you once thought of as immune to violent intentions or chaos after you formed such a strong impression of the place in a positive light. Failure can result in the corruption and devolution of a building, but the narrative can be driven by the fall of the building itself, whether it's created by a specific event, such as the entire place falling into disrepair after a company announces the bankruptcy of the establishment, but an infinite scale of possibilities that could be the catalyst of the anchorage to the growing storyline.
Horror comes in many forms, from psychological to pure gore fests, but that's purely up to the director to debate upon their stylistic choices, and truly, biohazard horror should be explored more. The famous Mexia supermarket case being known for an unraveling timeline of a real horror, with its pure disgust and harsh reality of waste building up to the eventual contamination of the building, is a perfect route to create a virus built upon neglect and bankruptcy. A personal favourite of mine, though, from the wide selection of horror genres, is found footage. And like Ken Pixel's The Oz View, it's a perfect representation of exploration to demise pipeline. We also saw in As Above, So Below, with the group slowly dwindling until the final moment of clarity as they reach the freedom with their whole new perspective on life, changing. But the group or person doesn't necessarily have to reach that sanctity of safety, or perhaps the characters choose their own end to reclaim that finishing piece of self-awareness and guide their own path, feel satisfaction knowing they decide their own demise as the last defiance. Thank you so much for staying to the end of the video. Making video essays is a big hobby of mine at the moment, and I love doing all the research and checking out all the gross stuff that comes with it, especially Mexi Supermarket. That was gross. But if you want to support me further, I also stream on Twitch every single week with this model here as my PNG. And you can follow my socials as well. Mainly I post on my Twitch account though, and more. But thank you so much again for stopping by. I'll see you in the next one.